So I put the wrong stator in my bike and have to take all this back apart. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. First thing I need to do is remove the fan cover. So there's 3 screws that hold that in. That one, it's going to disconnect that ground. Don't forget to put that back in. That one that requires a ratchet wrench, and then that one down there, and your gearbox cover is going to pop off when you do this too, just so you know. Put that aside. So that's the fan cover. This is a little gearbox top that came off. So just put those aside. The next thing I'm going to do is take a screwdriver and push it under there. Take that cap off. Boom. So the next step, you're going to take a list of parts. You're going to take this flywheel holder and those screws that you had for the fan cover. You're going to, hang on, let me put this on here. You're going to screw those back in so that it'll hold that in place. And that's what that looks like. Next, I'm going to take I think it's a 19 ratchet, and put it in there. It's going to be a little forceful, so I'm going to have to put this down while I do it, but I'm going to take that off. All right. There's that. This is my favorite part because I just think this tool is so cool how it works. So what we're gonna do is screw this in there all the way as far as you can get it go by hand, clockwise, of course. Okay. Put that in. Then you're going to screw that in as far as you can clockwise. So the flywheel holder is holding that. You're going to take a wrench, hold it there. And then keep turning that clockwise until you hear a pop, and that means the flywheel has been released. So it popped, and as you can see, I'll screw it in now, and it's starting to move around, which means it's been released. So now we're going to take the flywheel holder off, and we start pulling that off. Unscrew the flywheel holder and put the screws back with the fan cover screw. Continue screwing that in. And it pulls off. Now, you can unscrew this. Magneto's pulling my stuff around. Okay, so now you can unscrew the flywheel puller, put that aside, and take this little washer out, set that aside. We're going to replace that. I'll list the part in my description. Make sure you get that little Woodruff key. Okay, it's going to fall. Hang on. Okay, got it. So that actually fits in there when you're putting it on. This is very important with timing. Make sure this looks okay. Any scratches can mess things up. So I'm actually replacing this. I'll list the part in the description as well. Now I can remove the stator. So I need to take out those 3 screws. So these little marks down here, keep note of where yours is lined up with the bottom mark, because that's how I'm gonna line it up when I put the new stator back in here. That has everything to do with timing. I'll show you when I get inside why this is the wrong stator, but basically the right stator has a part that goes up here, screws into that. So right now I'm gonna take the screw out just so that I can take it, I mean, it has to be taken out anyways, but I'm gonna take it inside and clean it, because when I take things out, I like to clean it before I put it back in. Now I'm gonna take the stator off. So all these wires go up through there. So you're gonna unplug all these wires. On mine I have 4, blue, green, red, and white. And then you're gonna pull them through. This little box popped off. It goes right back in, but I'm gonna take this inside and clean it too. I forgot to also mention, this was on top of the box. So I'm gonna take this inside and clean it too. Stator's free. Now I can start doing stuff inside. I thought I'd show you what my stators look like and where I went wrong with everything. So when I was looking to replace this one, this is the original Stella 2005 2-stroke stator and flywheel. So this one, as you can see, has that. When I got online, it said that this one was compatible with my scooter. So I got that one, and I realized they didn't look the same, but got it anyways. And I should have consulted my Facebook friends first about this, because they, you know, they're like, you have to do this and that and this and the other to make those work together. So in the middle of that conversation, a guy on there, his name was Sean, sent me a message and said, I have an extra one just laying around. I've never used it. It's just sitting on a shelf. If you want it, just pay for shipping. So he gave me this. I'm so excited because they can be hundreds of dollars, and he gave it to me for $30 shipping. I'm so excited. It's so cool of him. Anyways, thank you, Sean. So this is the one that's gonna go in. And now I'm soaking all the screws that I took off. I always label everything, because I learned a long time ago, if you don't, you will put things in the wrong places and it'll just be a mess. So there's all my steps. It's the screw for the junction box. I've got the junction box and the gearbox top and the fan cover all kind of, I sprayed them off. I'm about to clean them. I got all this cleaned and wiped off. Now I'm gonna go, well, I'm letting them dry, and then I'm gonna put them back in their baggies and take them back outside. Then I'm gonna clean off the around the flywheel really well too before I start putting everything back together. I should be a spokesperson for this spray. Cleaned around my flywheel, all back in there. And here's a picture of what it looked like before and after I cleaned it. So here's my new stator, and I'm feeding the wires. First I'm gonna feed the wires back through there. Got those back through. Now I'm gonna put the stator back on the shaft. Now I'm gonna replace the top stator screw from step 8, but I'm not gonna screw it in all the way yet because I wanna make sure it lines up down there first when I get all the screws in. So got that screwed in very loosely. Now I'm gonna put the 3 stator screws from step 7 back in, and I'm going to put them in very loosely until I adjust the timing marks where they need to be. Timing is lined up and I tighten the screws. Now I'm gonna replace the Woodruff key. To do this, I kicked it a few times until I got this as near to 12 o'clock as possible. So now I'm gonna put the Woodruff key in. That's in. And this part can be kind of a pain. You want to get that lined up with the Woodruff key. You want to make sure it's lined up right, because if that falls out while you're doing this, it's gonna mess some stuff up with timing. So, all right, got it. Next, we're gonna put the lock washer back on, also from step 6. Now you're going to take your 2 fan cover screws from step 1 and put the flywheel holder back in place on here. And that's back on. Now you're going to take the flywheel bolt from step 4 and put it on as much as you can by hand. Then you're going to take a torque wrench set to 45 foot-pounds, and you're going to, probably can't do this with one hand. I'm going to tighten that in until it clicks. All right, tightened it to 45 foot-pounds. Now take the flywheel holder back off. Replace the bolt cap from step 2. Now put the gearbox cover, uncover that obviously. I'm gonna put the gearbox cover back on and replace the fan cover. Fan cover goes on first, and do the first top 2 screws first. And that's gonna go behind the plastic piece right there. Also, when putting the top screw back on, make sure you put the ground wire back in there too, like that. Now you're going to put the gearbox top back on, and from the fan cover hole. Hang on, I can't do this with one hand. There we go. Now I'm going to tighten all the screws. I had waited until I got them all in to tighten them to make sure I could line them up right. So now I'm just going to tighten those, and we have the fan cover back on.